I start out by there. Oh, look, we're live. Got to go. All right. Welcome back to Blockhead 2019. Chuck Carroll, SecurityGuyTV.com, SecurityGuyRadio.com. My next contestant, what's your name, sir?
Tom Resau.
And what's your, put up a little higher. And then what's the name of your website?
So we're W2 Communications. You can find us at w2com.com.
But COMM.
COMM.
One more M,
Correct.
just to be safe. Okay.
One more M.
Now, what do you guys do?
So I'm a senior vice president at the firm, and I lead our firm's cybersecurity and privacy practice. We're a communications consultancy that works with technology companies. We do everything from creative and digital campaigns to social media, media relations, analyst relations. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. Now, at Black Hat, we're talking about security as a form of communication, and really it is, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
People think of security as rules and regulations, but really it's a language of trying to facilitate safety, and if you don't speak the right language, it's not going to achieve it.
You know, it's so true. I've been in this business for 20 years, and I've been to many, many Black Hats, and the big theme that jumped out at me this year was literally what Jeff Moss said in his keynote, I believe, this morning, about security being really a communications issue. That's very, very true.
So tell us some things that you guys do. Bring your mic up a little more.
Sure.
Tell us things you guys do that help make this a better world, really.
Well, it's really all about communications. I think what it really boils down to, Chuck, is it doesn't matter whether you're trying to build a brand, launching a startup, launching a vendor, or you're a researcher and you're working with journalists and others and you're trying to get the message out and frame why what you found or what you've written is important, or if you're a practitioner trying to get a message to the board and engage those business leaders about cyber risk and all those issues, you have to know the audience, you have to know what mediums they care about, you have to know the issues that are going to make them energized and pay attention, and that all boils down to communication, and that's literally the heart of what we do at our firm. We help conferences, we help vendors, we help nonprofits, we help independent researchers, we help some of the biggest vendor names in the business get their message out and strategize with them on how are we going to get this important material out to the right stakeholders.
So, I'm in this space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing this 5 years ago, and I came up with the idea that my job was to translate all this stuff to the soccer mom. Because I want her involved. Because if the soccer mom's involved, she's going to say to her husband, you better get over there and go do something about this. I don't want my kids involved in this kind of thing. That's where some of this drive for security from the bottom up, so to speak, is going to come. Because up above our C-level people, the smart people, the geniuses, they're trying to handle it. But maybe we can push some issues to a different sort of language. So I try my best to speak in plain language and translate that down. And it seems to be successful so far, right? But it is a challenge because this stuff hurts people's heads.
It's so true.
Right?
Translation is so important.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think back to my earliest cybersecurity clients in the late 90s. Journalists and others would say, well, my audience doesn't get this. It's just too obscure.
Right.
What are firewalls? And you flash forward now, it's, Teen Vogue is writing about cybersecurity.
Right.
It's everywhere. We have it in, sitcoms. We have it in major movies. It's a pop culture issue. It's about our elections, society, democracy. And so it really is still so important to do translation, as you said.
Yeah.
It's very true, because the message can be the same, but how you frame it and articulate it for all these different consumer, policymaker, researcher, media audiences is so important. And that's frankly what I love to do most about my job.
So we have, in the security space, we have 5 generations now working in the same space. There might be a couple, greatest generations. We got the baby boomers, which is me. Then there's Generation X and all those different generations, right? Talk about a communication problem, right? I mean, how do we handle that? Because, communication to me was, if I didn't get fired, I was doing a good job.
And that still matters, for sure.
And with a millennial, if you don't tell me I'm doing a good job, I'm going to leave because you didn't pat me on the back.
And I think everyone's perceptions of this industry change over time. It was kind of trailblazing and unique and niche initially. And again, now it touches every facet of every business in our lives. And it's fun to look at the newer generations today. Younger people want to get into cybersecurity.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
At the K through 12 level.
Okay.
Absolutely. They talk
That's
about
good.
passwords and, I guess the password to our Roku, right?
Yeah,
They understand you can escalate privileges by seeing if mom and dad put the same password in for all the devices. So we're all just much more cognizant of it now. And I think that's fantastic from an awareness standpoint, but it also means there's a very crowded industry. It's a very, very noisy space.
I kind of think we skipped a generation where people older than me invented this stuff. It was brand new when I started doing it. I took an interest, and I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of my peer group, no. They don't get computers. They don't use Quicken on their bank account or anything, right? And then the next generation, my kids come in. What do you mean you haven't had a smartphone your whole life? What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
Right? No, I had a giant brick phone when we started with phones,
Absolutely.
right? And that generation of my kids don't seem as engaged in it or as interested? Are you finding that?
The generational aspect is definitely something. I think back to my first exposure to the internet. We used to use the phrase "I'm going online." So
That's
you
right.
would dial into AOL,
Yeah.
you'd go to the campus computer lab, and you were online, and you felt like I'm online. I'm in a different place now.
Right.
Today, it's just seamless. No one really knows that experience of having to get a modem or stand in line to use an internet-connected PC.
That's true.
You just wake up and all your devices, your exercise bike, your phone, your house, everything, your car is online. And so
Right.
we've kind of lost that sense of boundary that now I'm in a public place, I'm exposed, I'm leaving digital footprints. It's just my life. And that makes it easy in some cases because it's all around us. There is no more cybercrime; it's just crime.
Well, I agree with that 100%.
But it makes it hard because
Yep.
people don't have that kind of shields up mentality anymore. They
Right.
assume I'm at the airport, I'm at a conference center, I'm in my basement, I'm safe, I'm on my device.
Right.
Not always the case.
Fantastic information. It's boy, we could talk for hours about this guy.
I love
It's
it.
amazing.
That's why I've been here 20 years.
That's fantastic. All right, give us your website one more time.
It's W2 Communications. You can find us at w2comm.com.
Excellent. And your name one more time.
Tom Resau.
Thanks for coming on Security Guy TV at Black Hat 2019. We're out for the day. What's our episode? Your show number 1215.
It's an honor. Thanks, Chuck.
Thank you, my friend. Back tomorrow for our last day here at Black Hat in Las Vegas, baby.
Take care.